already asked to come in because there's another layer of approval, and I think that's important. So I was asked to come inside, and now it's my time. And so usually people get 1 week in an art gallery, but I have 3 because he likes my work, and there's kind of it's not just showing the work, it's also about being professional about it, because you know I have a business, and this is, even though I work as well, I do research, I'm a researcher, but I also have a business, and this is my business and my art business. So you know, you have to treat it like a business, and I think he prefers that kind of thing. Okay. So if you want to follow me, well, first of all, let me distribute these. My art, all of this art is in 3D, and it's kind of like a gadget, if you will, but the reason why it's in 3D is because as a researcher, I like to blend science and art together. So all of these are quite colorful. Every color has its own wavelength, as all of you all know, and some of the colors next to each other cancel each other out. And with these polychromatic glasses, these glasses actually delineate each wavelength by itself, with red in advance and all the other colors following. So when you see all these, you'll see a very interesting depth perception. So all you have to do when you have this is you just fold. It's like in the Versailles opera or something. So that's
sexy.
And, so check it out, and you'll see all sorts of things. And all my pieces have additionally been done upside down. Now, as an artist, I didn't know. I mean, I just started this 4 years ago. So I haven't done this before. I've been doing science the whole time. But I would come to a piece in front, I start working on it, and then I found out through the years that actually I do it upside down. So it's only when I turn it up, right side up, that I go, oh, it's that. That's what it was. So it's on everyone. So imagine all of these pieces upside down, and then, or tête en bas, comme on dit en français, and you'll see it's quite different. So yeah, if you'd like to, and you can use it with your glasses, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Do you use those glasses when you paint as well?
No, I don't use them when I paint, because as you see when you'll use them yourself, that would be crazy. Crazy. So, and you just walk around and look at them. And paper, so that it sticks inside the crevices, okay? And when I first started doing this, I didn't like the feel of that on my fingers, okay? So, and also with pastel, you're not supposed to use your fingers, but I didn't know, because I didn't know anything. So, first of all, it was supposed to be on paper, and it was these little pieces of paper, and I don't like little pieces of paper. So I tried to say, well, I want to do it on canvas, because canvas is immune to humidity, and it's bigger, and I can do what I want with it. But the problem is that dust falls off of the canvas. It just falls off. It doesn't stick. Okay, so I was like, well, that's why people don't do it on canvas. So I figured out, come on in. Yeah, hi.
You're welcome.
This was, I decided that I tried all sorts of chemicals in the on the kitchen floor, okay? And my son at the time would wake up in the mornings and he'd be like, Mom, it's a mess here. And I go, I know, it's drying. Don't touch it, don't touch that. So anyway, I tried all sorts of chemicals, and I finally came upon a pretty good chemical formula, which I'm trying to patent right now, which allows me to put pastel on anything I want, and it stick, okay, without having any kind of bad chemicals or fixatives or anything like that. So it's completely natural. Right now, my tests are showing that it's got a durability of 150 years, and it's light fast. So it's pretty interesting to see how this is, and I'm patenting it, and of course you can imagine that the Louvre is interested in this idea. So we're trying to see how that can be.
La classe.
Maybe I think my chemical process might be pretty interesting for restoration of art. So we'll see. I'm taking one step at a time. So, hey, Danny, would you like to try it with the 3D glasses? Here you go. I'm studying neuroscience, actually. Yeah, so it's nothing really to do with this, but I really do I like using, that's why the whole visual system was interesting. Oh, there's someone coming in. Come on.
No,
Okay, I'm ready.
I wanted to ask you your inspiration to paint this kind of art.
Okay, well, the inspiration comes in part from the theme of this particular art exposition, and that is Sacrifice à Vénus. And that means, it's a French expression from 1853, and it means that in front of something so magnanimous, we are asked to abandon ourselves to beauty and to love. And so that's where I get my inspiration from art.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes.
So I'm a baby.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I just started, it was an accident how I started, and the day before, I was not an artist. I had gone to museums, like I wasn't a heathen, okay, but I'd never taken an art thing. I'd never done anything in art. And then the next day, I was an artist. It was really that kind of a change. And I showed my first piece to my mama, and she was so surprised. She's like, what? I birthed someone that could do that? What? Anyway, so my first piece, I put it on internet, on Facebook just to show it, and it immediately sold. And I was like, what? You can do that? So I just started timidly selling things, and when people would say, well, how much should you do? How much is it? And I'd be like, I don't know. And so the first person who ever asked me, I said, well, how much do you want to pay? Yes. Because I didn't know what to say. I go, how much do you want to pay? I don't know. And so they said, well, I'd like to pay a lot, but I can only pay little. And I was like, okay. Okay, so that's
Cecilia, the day I will can eventually, not immediately, but definitely, I will buy all your pieces of art without question.
Okay,
Because really they are really
You have a fan here.
They are really I like these of art, very nice, but all of them are beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. And to me. Oh, very cool. So, do you want me to explain this one?
Yes.
Yes. This is an explanation for everyone. There is an explanation for everyone because I'm cognitive. So I have things to say. Okay? So this one in particular, if you look at the title, I said the title is You Are Your Own Dream. You are your own dream. Okay? So my titles are very psychological and philosophical in nature. And so I remember I did this upside down. Okay, so this is not what I saw.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I do all my paintings, it just happens that they're upside down. I don't know why it's like this.
Okay.
So it's upside down. So I started with the darkness at the bottom, and then I went up. And then when I turned it around, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay, good. So actually, this is a piece about finding your own inner light. Okay? This is a piece that talks to you about you finding your own inner light, which is always there. Amidst the darkness, amidst whatever is going on, amidst the turmoil of life, there is always that inner, deep, sacred you that is always present and there, and is constant. It's a constant light, and that's you.
That's lovely.
So these things just come to me with it.
For me, when I saw it, my thought was it was a butterfly landing on my hand.
Oh, that's so interesting.
For me, it was like, okay, that's a butterfly landing on my hand like this. I don't know why.
Now, another person said to me yesterday, or the day before, or whatever, they said, oh, no, this is lava. And it is the rebirth of something that's being burned, and you know, like the phoenix that rises from the ashes, that kind of thing. So I said, oh, okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. And this one, for example, in the corner right here. This one that's really interesting, especially from a 3D perspective. this particular one is called Feminine Flow. And the reason why it's called that is because, well, I don't know why at the time, I wasn't, remember it's upside down, I did it, and it just, oh no, I did this one on the side, and then I did it upside down, and it kind of went all the way. So this one, for me, was about, I had the feeling that I wanted to express femininity, but not femininity in terms of pink and gentillesse and all those kinds of things, like being sweet and nice, but I wanted to show femininity in terms of its strength, and it's a very defined piece, like you cannot not see it, okay? And that there is something royal about it, and there's something, but there's always flow. There's no harsh lines, it's about flow, and it's about being definite, and feminine flow isn't necessarily about a woman. It's also about femininity within men as well, which is not something weak, but is something strong and definite and useful and awesome for all of us to experience.
That's amazing.
So that's where that came from. So all of these pieces have something in them. Like this one, for example, I'll tell you, this one right here is called, now I did this one way before Notre Dame, because this one was called Cathedral in the Sky, okay? And so my idea was just that I just had this idea, this concept come to me of like, you're way, way up there, it's the sunset, it's the clouds, and what do you find? You find this amazing structure, which I could only recall as a cathedral. It has nothing to do with any kind of religion, except that particular architectural structure is really amazing. It just is, at least to me. So for me, this was Cathedral in the Sky, and the red is really, it's not about flames, like about Notre Dame. It's really about the sunset and the intense sun that's hitting the cathedral and really exposing all its glory. So all these things come to my mind when I'm painting. This is what I'm thinking about. I think I maybe did it on the side, okay? And this one was just really, it's about, I mean, what do you all see? What do you see in this one?
What?
A man or a woman, no? With the face, but in between the face.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, for me, when I did this, it was just the idea of, it was some people have seen that they say that this.
You almost see an angel there, like a fairy or something coming out.
Okay.
Oh, do you?
And some people have
That's
seen
the
that
way
this is a big figure here. This is a big figure. This is like a faceless figure in white. People have said all sorts of stuff. So for me, this was all about that you are, of course, you know, I'm in the positive mode, okay, because I don't have those kinds of horrible thoughts or anything. So this is about surrendering to yourself, to goodness, to what you need to do, to your own freedom, to your own way of lifestyle, your own way of being. So that's what this one was made for. And the color blue for me is always something that's very freeing, because it reminds me of the ocean, it reminds me of the sky that's very, very bright and very dark when you go further up, and that to me is like freedom, because there is no, you breaking the barriers. And so, yeah, everything is, my pieces are all about freedom, about finding yourself, about being the best person you can be, about basically positivity. So that's why on it's very hard to, like, you can't, it's very hard to see something horrible or negative or devilish or something here.
It's very
That would be
positive.
weird, huh?
It's very positive. I see, because you're also a brain researcher. So it's an atom, but a colorful atom. So in your subconsciousness, you draw an atom that is very colorful and joyful.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now some people that have purchased my art and they purchase it, I've found in these 4 years that I've been selling my art, is that people, and I did not expect this because it wasn't my intention. You know, my intention was just to be positive and all that kind of stuff. But some people have bought this art because it's healing for them. And that's really interesting to me because that was never my intention. But so people, and I have a lot of testimonies where people have said, you know, I can't afford your art, but I made a poster of your art and it's in my room because I need to heal myself. And I heard your art is healing. So that's nice, isn't it? I'm really pleased with that. I'm amazed actually. So yeah, so I'm happy about that, and we'll see what happens as I go further with all of this.
And you did this painting during the lockdown?
I did. These are all from. Most of them are from 2021. So yeah, we've had this year of lockdown. So yeah,
You had a lot of inspiration during this period?
I did because I'm a thinker, and because I have great conversations with my friends, and they inspire me to think about different things and look at different ways of life, and they come from different areas in the world. So I take everything that I receive and I try to express it in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I had lots of inspiration during lockdown.
This is a positive way of this period.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we had more time because we were at home, right? Well, at least I was at home because of teletravail, you know, working at home. And so because of that, I had time to do this. I could do this easier. Because then, you know, if I want to take a break in the middle of the day, I can just go get my hands dirty. It's okay because it's just the other room, right? It's not like I have to stay clean because I have something to do or whatever. Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
I had that, right? So, but each one of these things has some kind of an idea behind it, a concept. And though I might not remember each one like just right off the head, if you tell me the title, I'll go, oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay, good. Yeah. Like this one right here, where you are, right there, that one right there. That one, I think is called Precipice, because I was feeling at the time, I had to make a decision, and the decision really felt to me like I'm on the edge, okay? Like I'm on the edge of something that once you make that decision, you have to jump off that edge, and it's like, you're in the middle of the void, okay? And so that to me was like, that feeling, but at the same time, it's positive. You know, so it's not like I have to make this horrible decision. It's just like, it's a decision that's kind of scary for me, but if I jump off, I kind of jump off into the cake. You know, I kind of jump off into something good, you know, so.